Alrighty, let's pop right into this one. You can see this is a game of SAP. We've already got it a little bit underway because honestly, no one needs to see the beginning of a run. That's always just the ugliest part. You can see this is from the Strawberry Weekly that happened a little while back. We got some toucans involved. I'm not actually even certain that that works with Strawberry, but I was keen to find out. It does. Would you look at that? And of course, we're getting Stork involved. That's just one of the best pets in the game, always will be. Unbelievably strong, but handpicked this run. We had a particularly interesting phenomena occur, not only for SAP, but just, frankly, in terms of everything. I just thought it was really crazy, and I thought, dang, I really got to share this. So we're running this team now. We got the little chick guy in the back. He's new, whatever the 3-4 is. He's getting his little ones involved. That's always cool to see. We're going to take a dub here, keep it pushing. So I think I was trying for a couple things. I think there were a few Strawberry pets from way back when that I would not have gotten the achievement for because I never bought any of the packs. So I kind of had to wait until it was in the weekly, and I usually try to use pets when there's like actual synergy or you can actually take advantage of their ability. Hippo is not a good one to be running this big guy into, but we end up tying. We're just feeding him those little baby birds. You got the GB on the Hippo. Cupcake is probably going to get us through this round. Level up Stork. Stork is just crazy because it's good at the beginning, it's good in the middle, it's good in the end. It can be especially good in the end, and really can save you some games because the fact that its whole ability takes place after it's fainted, it's really doesn't need to stay alive at any point in the round. Like, it can get sniped from the beginning, it can get sniped in the middle. It's just kind of always going to contribute. So we're making our Hippo a little bigger. We're kind of just hoping he's going to punch through. I don't think I had a clear plan at this point for exactly what I wanted the run to look like, but you can see the Hippo just barely going to get past that first guy and trade with the Ladybug. But at this point, we got too many of those little chicks. And with the weakness from the Toad, I think we've now found our backbone for this team, and that can kind of give us something to work with and play around with those other slots. This guy I also don't really recognize. I know that he's one of the new Strawberry guys, but God, they just add so many pets, and then it's confusing. They change some of the old ones, and I don't even read the change logs anymore, so sometimes I'll just buy a pet that is a completely different ability, and I won't even pay attention because I just expect that I know all the pets, and so it just won't do anything, and I'll just be like, huh, that was weird. Anyway, right? Like, just whoop, in one ear, out the other. I'm not even really paying attention. So you might be wondering, I made a big stink about how this run is so special, and we're on turn 9 here, 4-4. Nothing of importance has happened, even remotely. This is just a really plain game. I would say this is actually a, less interesting than usual game. Believe me, that'll all be made up for in one very specific turn that's coming up. But at this point, I think we're pretty set on 4 squad here with Ostrich. I'm starting to realize, well, what I got, it's passable, but it's not fantastic. And I think we're just pretty much going to count on the llama to scale itself and the ostrich to just make everyone else bigger, and Hippo can just single-handedly win certain games. Like this game, Hippo had just won us the game before it had even begun, which is fantastic, right? So I think that that's something you can kind of always count on it to just have a couple rounds where it will single-handedly take care of the entire opposing team. Whoa! What's that? All right. So we got this guy in the back. Now you can start to see something interesting is going to happen. So we're running a pet that depends on having a 4 squad when we have 5 pets, right? And we have essentially 0 synergy. We have a summon pet, we have a scaler who isn't working, we have an ostrich with 0 synergy with the rest of the team. So we're kind of just hoping the Hippo is going to take care of everything. So we're awkwardly kind of rolling here to get the ostrich to get some boosts, but of course we're also looking for chocolate. I mean, come on, we got a sloth in the back, right? Like at this point, I just you know, you want to close your eyes and just hope that your first 4 guys can, for some reason, just win every round without you ever touching them again, right? Which is what is happening here. Hippo is just single-handedly taking these rounds, and, you know, I'm certainly getting lucky, but, you know, obviously I was lucky enough to get the sloth. Like, let's just kind of push the issue. A lot of rolling that round, not a lot of action. Kind of unfortunate. So this team looks big, but it doesn't really matter because most of their juice is in that second guy. And once we get him out of the way, we're looking a lot better. But Sloth is just, you know, 5-5 in the back. Like, you think about how much bigger the alpaca would have been by now. Oh, the double roll on the ostrich. That was crazy. You get another one. Oh my goodness, this round's just going nuts. I think I got like 4 or 5 ostrich triggers there. That was pretty supreme, which is also excellent because we're kind of taking advantage of the ostrich ability the whole time that we're just trolling for chocolate, which, let me also just mention, not really getting a whole lot of chocolate. I feel like I was really underserved there, but yeah, 50-50 boat. Did not see that one coming, but of course that one's going to be a loss. We got 2 lives left, 8 wins. This is actually... If we had just gotten like a couple more chocolates, this really could have been potential for like a very real sloth run. But at this point, I think I've kind of put it together that I don't quite have enough turns and chocolates to get it to level 3 and over the line. So I'm going to still try, right? Like, think about how rare the sloth is. Like, I'm kind of always going to go for it. Here we get to 9. So this is even better because now we can afford to just straight up lose a round, right? Whoa! Do you see that? It was so fast. I took so much time deliberating it first time. That is a second sloth that we rolled. I might go back and replay that really quick just so you can see it again. But we got 2 sloths in one game. And I might try to calculate how rare that is. But if you just think about a sloth, 1 in 10,000 rolls, you're definitely rolling less than 10,000 times in one game. So for 2 of them to pop up at the same time, that's nuts. So we actually end up winning. I think that's another part of having Hippo is Hippo, you can't really sandbag with Hippo because it can just be a one-man carry the whole team. So we did get the sloth win. Very cool. Level 2, which is better than my previous record of level 1, I think. But we still have not quite gotten the level 3 sloth. Even getting 2 sloths, which is nuts. 2 sloths in one run. I just thought that was so unbelievably statistically impossible that I just wanted to show that off. So hopefully you enjoyed.